everyone, and welcome to this special edition of Encore, dedicated to music festivals across France. We start the show at the Jazz Festival in the city of Vienne in the southeast of the country. It used to be a major social hub of the Roman Empire in the 1st century, and now it hosts more than 200 concerts every year. On the menu, jazz, rock, soul and blues.
Jazz à Vienne is the reference point for us. When we were kids, we came to watch our idols here. Now we're lucky enough to meet them on tour, so coming back to Jazz à Vienne is like coming back to our roots. This is the cradle of blues and jazz.
Well, as fans in Vienne continue their jazzy experience, others have picked another festival, the biggest in France. Les Vieilles Charrues takes place in Brittany in the northwest, and for its 25th edition, Pharrell Williams and the Pixies, to name but a few, are rocking it on stage.
A record 278,000 revelers flock to the biggest French music event of the summer. The Vieilles Charrues is celebrating a milestone. What began as a party between friends 25 years ago is now a staple on the festival circuit. It's host to some of the country's most iconic acts, like Les Ensus, fronted by former members of the mythical French rock band Telephone.
We remember listening to them when we were in boarding school.
Outside legacy acts and international stars like Pharrell Williams and Lana Del Rey, the biggest local draws were rounded out by France's indie circle, Jeanne, Vienne and Lilywood and The Prick.
When we first started touring, we discovered that there were so many incredible festivals off the beaten track in the middle of nowhere, like Saint-Chapelle, and it's like that everywhere in Brittany. It's insane.
Many were shaken by the Bastille Day attack in Nice, which struck on the festival's first night. Heeding the call for culture to continue, the show must go on.
The next challenge for us will be New York in October, where we'll be getting together with our friends in New York to celebrate the 25th edition.
If you can't make it across the Atlantic for the Central Park Silver Jubilee, then you'll have to hold out for next summer, for music to fill the fields and light up the skies of Car High once more.
And we're back in Vienne for an unusual encounter between Anna, a graphic artist, and Lionel, a saxophone player. Together, they are playing a four-hand sheet music. Bravo, that was great. You guys have been working together for 4 years. How do you improvise such a wonderful piece of art?
First of all, we've got to listen and observe each other. The sound will guide me into choosing the colors. In this case, I could hear some loud beats that reminded me of an elephant's trumpet, and it spontaneously gave me the idea to draw that.
We express ourselves very quickly. It doesn't look sophisticated, but there's a lot of prep work. When we're improvising, we feel inspired.
How did you get the idea to mix music with painting?
It was a bit random, actually. We used to work on an artistic project with inmates in a prison, and the piece we were producing was called The Lion and the Tamer, so we've kept that wild animal connection.
Like them, more than 1,000 artists are performing in Vienne. The most prestigious acts take place in this ancient Roman theatre. Jazz stars Miles Davis and Keith Jarrett have headlined here in the past. This year, we saw the soul vocalist Seal. The trumpet player Ibrahim Malouf. and the blues rock singer Beth Hart.
Well, this is just ridiculous. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. We played I call it like a stone theater, once before in France, but it was nothing this size and nothing like this. So when they were telling me about it before I arrived today, I was like, yeah, and then I come out, oh my God. It's just important to me to connect with people. I think I've got a real kind of natural feeling of being isolated a lot. So I think that's one of the reasons why I so much love to perform.
Other powerful voices resonated across the arena, those of IBI, a Franco-Cuban duo. At only 19 years old, the twin sisters are already making it big worldwide. Naomi and Lisa, thank you very much for being with us on France 24. You've recently won one of the most prestigious awards here in France, the Disque d'Or, and you've come a long way since your first album in 2014. How does it feel to be playing here in Vienna?
Feels good. We feel honored. We just saw the billboard with all the names and we were like taking pictures. Actually, the place where you play is really important. You play different when you're in for example, a theater, or when you're in a festival, or when you're in a club. So it's really nice to play in this wonderful venue.
Your father, Miguel Angel Diaz, was a very well-known Cuban artist. He collaborated with the Buena Vista Social Club. Do you feel that you're walking into his footsteps right now?
Not really. I think
because we're not doing the same. We're not doing the same music.
We don't feel pressured, that much pressured about it. I think if we were doing pure jazz, it would be a lot more difficult for us. But at the same time, I think our music has loads of influences, so it's really nice. We get to meet musicians that were playing with him, which is magical.
You sing in two languages, in English and in Yoruba, which is the language of your ancestors. African slaves have been brought to Cuba in the 1700s. What's the message you're trying to convey through your music?
Hope. Hope, yes. And the fact that, you lose people and life is difficult, but at the end of the day, you're still here and you still can enjoy, you still can feel. And I think that's what we try to do.
You've recently collaborated with artists like Beyoncé. You've appeared in major fashion shows. What was that like?
Kind of unreal, and at the same time, weirdly kind of natural. Because I think it was a good fit. Like, for example, Chanel, it was Chanel, a French house in Cuba. And we are French and Cuban, so we felt perfectly, we fit in. Which was amazing. And it's the same with Beyoncé. It was really huge for us.
She's really inspired by a lot of people who are young and, she's looking at the people who are going to grow.
You're due to be working on your new album in November. What's that going to be like?
Really fun. We really can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be more hip-hop.
But we have to find the good fit between
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good anyway.
All right, well, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
And follow that thread, we'll find our path.
Music is not only used to convey a message of hope, peace and love, it can also be used to raise awareness for great causes. The Salah Days festival in Paris attracts attention to the fight against AIDS, as Sonia Patricelli and Melina Huet report.
Music, prevention and solidarity. From its first edition in 1999, the festival Salah Days has attracted a young, socially conscious crowd.
Salah Days is a great initiative because proceeds from the tickets go to AIDS research and prevention. If we don't do it, who will?
This is part of the finer things in life. It's what we need to have a good time.
On the festival grounds, there are games and quizzes,
any activity to grab the attention of musicgoers and raise awareness about HIV and AIDS prevention.
There are 36.9 million people living with HIV in the world, and they're just the ones who know they have the disease.
Salah Days relies on volunteers. Artists reduce their performance fee. Some even agree to play for free.
The festival is a distress call to the fact that AIDS continues to ravage the world. But at the same time, it's also about hope in knowing that we won't stand by and do nothing.
It's always good to come and play French festivals. They're always really supportive. And as I said before, it's a win-win. You know, I get to play to a French crowd and we get to support a good cause.
As night falls, the young Australian DJ and producer Flume lights up the stage with his hybrid electro beats. The French DJ The Avener then takes over. A record crowd of 200,000 people over 3 days came for this year's edition. More than a festival, Salah Days is a state of mind that reminds us all through music that the fight against AIDS is not over.
Well, unfortunately, the show has come to an end, but if you want an encore, you can always check out our website, www.france24.com. And in the meantime, we'll leave you with some of our favorite tunes. Enjoy your summer.